Okay, welcome again, City Heroes Video Tours. For this, we're going to see what we can do with Recluse Victory, the high-level PvP zone. Starting here in Pocket D at the entrance they made for all the PvP zones now, within this zone. They made this after they made the Temporal Warrior option, where you can make an instant level 50 character for the sole purpose of PvP. But this is a regular character of mine, so we'll be using it. So when you click the manhole here in Pocket D, you can go ahead and pick any PvP zone, but for this, we want Recluse Victory. Okay, and it looks like the zone is empty at this time. That's always a good thing. There is no friendly fire in this zone. You have to be red versus blue in order to PvP fight. Like the description says, this zone's in a constant time flux. And every time you adjust the time flux so that one faction or the other wins, it'll reset and go back into its neutral state that it is now. Basically, this zone is the embodiment of the concept of the never-ending battle of good versus evil. Feel free to pause the video if you want to read all that dialogue. Here you can purchase some items, temp powers. They only work in this zone. These are versions of the accolades that you would have in the regular zones. You can obtain them by doing PvP missions in the other zones, or you can purchase them here. Like case in point. That's the equivalent of the Born in Battle accolade that you would normally have. Oh, if you want to return to Pocket D, click this manhole cover here and you'll go right back into it. This map represents the zone. The pillboxes are all currently gray. Here's where we are here at base. So let's go ahead and click here. Okay. Let's go ahead and pick up our heavy bot. There's a total of 3 badges for controlling the heavy bots. There's a total of 3 badges for capturing the pillboxes. There's 8 map badges in the zone. There's also a badge for spending an hour in the zone. And also, when you take 4 pillboxes, AVs will spawn. Since I am blueside, that means I'll be facing Arachnos AVs. It could be Black Scorpion and Mako. It could be Shirako and Ghost Widow, or Lord Recluse will randomly replace one of them. So it could be a Shirako Lord Recluse team. It could be Ghost Widow Lord Recluse, Mako and Recluse, or Scorpion and Recluse. Beating each one of them gives a badge for each one, and of course there's a bonus for beating all 5. If I were red alignment, rogue or villain, then I would be facing off against the Freedom Phalanx arch villains, or heroes in this case. It could be Positron and Synapse. It could be Back Alley Brawler and Manticore, or Penelope Yin and Ms. Liberty. Back in the early days of Live, it would have been Sister Psyche and Statesman instead of Yin and Liberty, but after those two characters were removed from the game, those two took their place here in this zone. Which is not necessarily a bad thing, because while Penelope and Ms. Liberty are tough, it's safe to say Sister Psyche and, of course, Statesman were a little tougher. I fought with Statesman in this zone many times on Live, and beating him for his badge was no picnic. Also, when you're in a PvP zone, it's not a bad idea to check your hide settings and make sure that you're hidden from searches and probably even global friends. Because if you want to do this without being disturbed, you might want to consider the wisdom of being in hide mode. Anyway, we just took one of the pillboxes. Also, look around the zone as the pillboxes get changed. See how the zone kind of looks right now? Yeah. Not too good. Even the trees don't look all that healthy. So and my heavy bot finally caught up. The heavy bots are nice to have with you, especially if you're going to fight the AVs. Word to the wise, though, they're slow as molasses in January, if not slower. You cannot heal them or buff them. You cannot teleport them. Teleport, assemble the team. You can use them on your teammates, but it won't work on the heavy bots, so don't bother. Group fly, you can fly the bots around with that, but their flight speed is about as slow as their ground speed, which is not good. But transporting them through the air actually can be pretty good, because when they're walking on the ground, they tend to get tangled up on the most stupidest things. And then you have to go back and retrieve them. They also changed this sometime back here on Homecoming, where your incarnate powers are gone except for your alpha slot. So Destiny, Lore, and Hybrid are all switched off, along with Judgment and Interface, while you're in this zone. Okay, if you take a look, see, the grass is now looking greener, the trees are looking a little bit healthier, the air's looking better, the statues are also looking better too. Can the AVs be fought while solo in this zone? They can be, but some archetype power sets will have a better time of it than others. And also you need to have some prep time and some temp powers to help you out, like the poison daggers and venom dagger. Yep. As you can see, accolades don't work, including the new mark and recall. Backup radio and signature summon pets don't work. Amy's ward will work. Shivan's will work. So those can be of help. Again, capturing pillboxes gains you a badge progress. And the badge progress is applied to everyone on the team. If you're doing this in a league, however, it does not go to everyone in the league, just the team. And there's a total of 3 heavy bots per faction. Best way to work those badges, if you're done working the pillboxes, is just grab a heavy, log out, log back in, and repeat the process. Yeah, take a look here though, those statues and the building here and everything, all the graffiti. Let's see how the background changes when I take this pillbox. Statue looks a little bit better. Building looks shinier. Graffiti vanished from the walls. They did a nice job designing this zone back in the day, I have to admit. Grass is greener, trees are looking healthier. As you can see, once again, the heavy bot's being stupid. I told it to attack this thing, but it doesn't have enough brains to move in range. You gotta tell it to. better. Let's go ahead and take another one. Okay, that means some AVs have spawned. And it looks like they went to the alpha pillbox that we first took, which is perfectly fine. We'll just sneak a peek at who it is. I don't plan on fighting them solo on this character. This character is a scrapper, it's fire armor, which is not exactly the most rugged. And some archetype power sets will have an easier time than others. It's Ghost Widow, and it's Shirako, so yikes, time to run. Once they smash those 4 guns, they'll just sit there. If I were to turn redside, then come back into the zone, they'd still be there. They would actually attack me, even if I were a rogue or a villain. There is no honor amongst Arachnos, apparently, in this. But if I were just able to capture that pillbox, they would then go suddenly run off and try to smash another pillbox, which that can be useful when you're harvesting pillbox badges. You take the one that they took, you get, which shouldn't trigger them to go attack another pillbox. You attack a different one. After you capture that second pillbox, they'll despawn, go to the pillbox where they were at, see if there's any guns to finish off. If not, capture it, and then go get the other pillboxes. Okay, so far so good. Also, when you're hunting the archvillains on this, once you take 4 pillboxes, 2 of them spawn. Before you take a 5th pillbox, defeat those 2, because taking a 5th pillbox can spawn 2 more. It's also random who spawns, so... But we're not doing the archvillains at this time. How many players does it take to take down the archvillains? Well, strictly speaking, 1 can do it. A team of 3, each of them wielding one of the heavy bots, is usually enough to take them down. Notice how the graffiti slowly faded from the building there, too. Okay. Taking a 6th pillbox will trigger the zone reset timer. And when the timer hits 0, the zone will flip back to its default state that it was when we first got in here. Also, your blue score bar here is kind of something you want to watch. 1,000 points max. If it's at 1,000 points max before the zone reset timer counts down to 0, you get a shiny badge. However, if you're beaten in PvP combat by another player or by one of the AVs that spawn, you'll lose some points. If you leave the zone, you lose all the points. You've got to stay in the zone until the counter hits 0. which is what we're going to do here. So far, so good. My heavy bot should be coming. Oh, you also cannot dismiss the heavies. Won't work. Yeah, it looks like it's moving along. Okay. But yeah, there's no way to dismiss the heavy. To get rid of the heavy, you must be defeated, it must be destroyed, or you leave the zone. Or you log out. So even though that heavy's badly damaged, I can't do anything about it. I'm stuck with it until it's dropped, or I get dropped. Capturing guns, of course, increases score bar, or I should say defeating the guns, rather. Capturing the pillbox gives you more points. Defeating the AVs that spawn in combat will also give more points as well, until it's at the max of 1,000. Oh, look who finally joined me. My oh so wonderful heavy bot. Yep, no dismiss option. Okay. Capturing this pillbox is going to start the timer. And it should also fill me up to 1,000 points. If it doesn't, I can go smash the guns on the remaining pillbox. You can't capture all 7 in one fashion. 6 starts the clock. The remaining pillbox, you could break its guns, but you won't be able to capture it. Okay, that filled me up all the way to 1,000. And as you can see, I got a few minutes to wait. But while we're doing that, let's go take a look around. Notice how shiny and bright the zone is. The grass is green, the trees are healthy, there's a few arachnos forces here and there. The statues are all shiny and intact, the buildings are clean. A bright, shiny future, at least for 5 minutes. Now, I believe my alt's already been in here before and secured all the badges in terms of the map, but we'll go ahead and take a little walk and explore them. Here's the first one. Here's the next one. And the next. Used to be each PvP zone had about 4 bat badges, but Homecoming expanded it to 8. Get all 8, and of course you get the bonus accolade badge. Next one is over here. Yep, right here. We then come on over to here for the next one, right there. Here's the next. That's number 7. And there's number 8 right there. But my alts already had them all. And let's see here. Here's another heavy unit that could be taken. And here's the other hero heavy unit. The other one that was the one that I took over by the hero base. Okay, one moment. This is the badge for spending 1 hour in the zone. You can leave the zone and come back. It's an hour total. The clock doesn't reset on this badge when you leave the zone, which is a relief. This is the accolade for gaining all the map badges within Recluse Victory. And here's where we have progress on pillboxes and heavies. The AV badges would also appear on this list once you have them, but it'll be a little bit before this all gets those. I'll probably be teaming up with some pals for another video in the near future to get the AVs taken down on this alt. This alt's only a fire armor scrapper, which, while effective in a fight, not exactly the most durable, and these AVs pack a punch. A big punch. Almost there. And then the zone will revert to its default state. Like right now, actually. Sometimes that timer is off a little bit, but the dimensions reverted. Notice how the statues are looking all cracked and damaged a little bit. See? Graffiti's back on the walls. Pollution's kind of back up in the air. The never-ending battle. Okay, one moment. Ah, yes. This is the badge that you get for flipping the zone with a full score bar. When you change alignments over to redside, rogue villain, it will become Destroyer of Worlds badge. Change back to blueside, it becomes Tempest Fugitive again. You also get this little power when you're blueside and when you get that badge. If you flip the zone at full point bar when you're red, you'll get a spider bot pet as well. Okay, I just went to pocket D and flipped myself to redside. Welcome to the Arachnos base. And over here is the manhole cover that'll take you right back to pocket D. If you click this, it'll take you over to Granville. You're better off going back to pocket D. Alright. Okay, countdown complete. Now I'm subject to attack by any players that would be here. Luckily, the zone appears to be deserted right now. It pays doing this at the early hours sometimes. And, yep, there's my Arachnos heavy bot. There's, of course, a total of 3, 1 per player. Just like hero side. The spider heavies are the same running speed as the longbow ones. They can still get tripped up on objects and stuff when they're walking, but it's not usually as bad as the longbow ones. They got the lightning blast, the AoE lightning, and of course the web grenades. Their web grenades can actually hold the AVs in place too when you're fighting them. That's a good thing. Especially if you're fighting positron. Oof. But again, they cannot be healed, they cannot be teleported, but you can always group fly them around. Okay. Also notice how the zone changes when you take them for red side. Now the grass and trees look slightly worse. The statues get worse in appearance. The buildings will get worse in appearance. Okay, looking good. Okay, excellent. Let's see how things change with this pillbox. Okay. Yep. Zone's looking dingier. Ooh, look at the statue now. That's him. And the City Hall building is now changed to an arachno space. Plants are dying, the grass is dying. Kind of reminds me of Sonic the Hedgehog on the old Sega CD. You could go into the past or to the future and change things around. Heavy's caught up. Get my heavy bod to work. I find it odd that being in a time pocket like this, I still get mission tips to drop. It's like, wait a minute. Logically, they should not be dropping here. Ever since issue 13 on live, they added, back in the day, they added diminishing returns to PvP zones, so your powers and your IO bonuses don't quite work the same while in a PvP zone. I should not have powered down like that, but that's alright. Just means while in a PvP zone, you gotta watch your strategies a little more. Keep an eye on your characters. See how the background there changed? Beyond the blue walls? Arachnos buildings have arisen. The posters here have changed. The bowling alley sign is now basically gone. Or at least severely wrecked. And instead of Freedom Phalanx Longbow recruitment posters, now it's Arachnos recruiting posters. Great philosophy. Let's see here. Yep, everything's fading, getting all torn up and shredded. Ooh, now look at that statue. Boy, is that a wreck, huh? And look at this one. Wow. This one hasn't changed yet? Okay. Well, we'll fix that. Ooh, see that stash there? How it just morphed? Yep. And it looks like we just got a shiny badge. Yep, the first one for taking pillboxes. Yeah, it's 10, then 50, then 100 for the pillboxes. The final pillbox title, by the way, is Back from the Future. I'm like, nice little tribute. Yeah, see, the Atlas statue is now the Recluse statue. Look at that. Now the trees are all basically dead. Arachnos really does suck the life out of the land, doesn't it? Alright, well, from the looks of it, looks like they went to Pillbox Charlie. So they can stay over there, and I'll stay over here, and all will be well. I'm not going to fight the AVs on this alt solo. I have a strong hunch if I try to solo the AVs with this alt, it might become a comedy of errors. So, we can live without that. Now, let's see how the zone really changes. See how that building just morphed right in front of us? Yeah. Oh yeah. When the pillboxes are neutral like this, destroying the guns pays off XP influence. If I were to come back as blue side and capture the ones that were already red side, I would not get XP influence, but the guns would also not be as tough. So it's a trade-off. And taking this pillbox will conquer the zone for Arachnos and trigger the reset timer. I should have a full blue bar of points again, which means I'll get the red side pet, which is going to be an Arachnos mini blaster. There's only one use for that in the longbow one. They're just one charge only, but I think the vendor in Croatoa, you can obtain more of them. But that's all right. Okay. So you've seen how the zones changed so far. Let's see how it really looks once we start the clock. Sky got really grim. The background's really changed now. See how it morphed and changed? This building changed. The whole zone is completely changed now. Arachnos has conquered the world for all of 5 minutes. Statues look like they got a little worse for appearance. It was back alley brawler and manticore. Okay. Word of the wise, if you're going to fight them, take out back alley brawler first. While manticore's arrows are a pain, back alley brawler's fists are a bigger pain. Also, quickly show you here. That's where another Arachnos heavy is at. And for some reason they thought it was a smart idea to put one near the alpha pillbox. I'm like, See, and here's the other one. Not the best location in my opinion, but okay. Guess they gotta make it somewhat challenging. And yep, blue bar is full. Don't leave the zone, or you lose all the points. Don't get defeated by an AV or by a player, or you lose some points. I could enter the base and chill out, and then I still would keep all my points. So. In fact, if you don't believe me, we'll show you right now. See? Comfy cozy inside the base. Eventually the heavy could actually catch up and enter here, but yeah. No need for that. getting there. Oh, see, the heavy made it. How about that? Okay, and the zone is flipped. Back to normal, or I should say back to default. Alright, well, hope you enjoyed this little tour of Recluse Victory. We'll fight the AVs on a separate video at another time. So, that's a cut and a print and a wrap, and as always, take some time, go turn off your computer, go outside and play. See you on the next one.